So we're going to use this now as a format in terms of interpretation. Kevin, I had a dream. And in this dream, I was just vomiting uncontrollably, vomiting, diarrhea, or I had a dream I was just coughing repeatedly. What could this mean, Mr. Ewing? And for the most part, in all of these incidents and what I described what was happening, and some of them were separate dreams, like I had no control. Right. So what is the dream saying? You need deliverance. Kevin, I had a dream I was just foaming at my mouth. It was almost like I was going to have a heart attack. You need deliverance. Now, before I get deep into this, I just want to make one clarification. Such dreams can also mean sickness, literally. But then again, remember I tell you, in a case like that, to differentiate which one of these things could mean, then you take account of everything else in the dream. You see, because nothing in the dream is haphazardly placed there. Everything is connected to the next thing. The more you understand or interpret each symbol, the more detailed the message or what is trying to be conveyed to you, you could understand it better. So that's why some people, if they just interpret a dream from a surface perspective, there's a lot that they're missing out on. Why do that mean? That mean a setback. Okay, yeah, but who? Who's setting you back? Why are you being set back? What is the source of it in real life? Now, all of those things would have been in the dream, but the only thing they focus on, Kevin, I was at a particular, I was at a red light, and there was a police officer who was directing the traffic. And when the light went on green, all of the other cars passed, and the police just stopped me. I know that means, Kevin, that means setback. Yeah, you right, it meant setback. But there's some other things that you said to me in the dream, but that you're not putting focus on. So the other cars that passed by that went, what do you think that could represent? You being set back, but there are others getting ahead of you. So now let's take that to your everyday life. Could this be something to do with your job? Could this be something to do with your family? Because so if you just focus on one area, while you might have gotten that correct, okay, you're missing out on so much other things that might have even been giving you a solution or pointing to a particular situation that's causing it for you to not deal with to remedy this. So going back to this now, one having diarrhea, one vomiting, that could mean that they're sick, right? But when I had this dream, it was like I was in a hospital and I saw other people, and okay, wow, this pointing more to sickness to me. But if you're saying I'm just walking down the road and Kevin, all of a sudden I couldn't control my bowels and I just started to, like I was having diarrhea. Okay, nobody else was there having it, right? No, it was just you. And originally you were just walking, yeah, and it just started happening. You need deliverance. But again, we're going to focus on the other parts of the dream because now it's going to show specifically what you need deliverance from. Let me give you an example. So you had a dream, okay? Now let's say you had you had a dream, and in the dream you were at your neighbor's house, but in reality you and your neighbor had a dispute, right? And really you were the cause of it. If you really want to be honest, you were the cause of it, okay? And in the dream, your neighbor, of course, not speaking to each other, but you're looking at the neighbor's home, and all of a sudden you start to break down with diarrhea in the dream. But this neighbor, you did this neighbor wrong, but you choose never to apologize, and you ain't gonna never go over there and stoop that low to them. But again, you were the one that were wrong. But here it is, you're having diarrhea in the dream, or you're vomiting in the dream. And one would say to me, Kevin, this don't make no sense to me. Okay, yeah, Kevin, in real life, me and the neighbor had a little, but I don't see where diarrhea coming in. Okay, let me show you where diarrhea coming in. Where the diarrhea and vomiting comes in. Number one, this is a case of deliverance, but specifically it's pointing to something. The deliverance here is deliverance from pride. Right. Because in reality, you know you were wrong with this person. And you know you're supposed to apologize. That would have been the right thing to do. But you double down on your thing. But in the dream, out of nowhere, you're vomiting. Out of nowhere, you're having diarrhea. But forget him for a minute. Forget the dream. Let's be honest now. Let's look at you